was a grad student, and I don't remember what conference it was, but it was in a warm place because it was outside and there was a pool, and I was alone. I didn't know anybody.
Would you like to speak in the microphone?
I didn't know.
Would you like to speak into the microphone?
You might be somewhat tethered to this podium, unfortunately.
Yeah,
yes.
like
I'll go ahead and just put this back where it needs to be then. Hopefully. Go ahead, sir.
So maybe that picks up a little bit better? Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, these masks are difficult. Even though I teach in one, I still haven't completely gotten used to having it. But Bob was a faculty member at the time at Marquette, I believe. He was at Marquette most of his career. And so he came up to me and just started a conversation. And you know, 40 years later, we were still having those conversations. And he was a mentor over those times. And he literally brought me into the intercultural division. At the time, it was the Commission on International Intercultural Communication. We didn't have division status, and that was in the Speech Communication Association days. And Bob was instrumental in helping it to move to a divisional status. He was chair of the commission and later became chair of the division as well. So he literally brought me into the field, into the division, at least at NCA, SCA at the time, and has just been a person I've connected with at every convention, I think, since then. And that was 1978. So that's 40, whatever number of years, right? 44 years. So it's quite a long time to know someone and work with someone and come to value someone. But he was a mentor. And I was not the only person for whom he was a mentor. Many, many young scholars in the intercultural field, he gave encouragement. He pushed them to think through things, to question assumptions. And so his role as in leadership of the division, his role as a mentor in the division, were all extremely important. And then as some of you will probably be able to speak to his contributions to the field of intercultural communication, his theory, his research, his writings, and some of the concepts that he brought into our vocabulary, questioning some of the assumptions that were there at the time. He was probably one of the first to really vocalize and push for changing terminology in regard to how different groups are discussed and talked about. At the time it was subcultures, that was the term, right? So he brought in the notion of co-culture and tried to change our mental process within the field. And he was always pushing the envelope. So I can just say this about Bob: continuously pushing the envelope, questioning things, establishing some new domains of study, a visionary in many ways. His center for this, I'm going to get the name wrong, but intercultural new media, I may have it wrong, was just another way of pushing us in the field to pay attention to the changes and trends that were coming. So he was able to see ahead and make us think to the future. I've also had a chance to get to know Bob's wife, Diana, over the years, and it's been such a pleasure to see her at many, many conferences. And I'll end by saying that Bob was able to come to Arizona State University for about 5, I believe, spring semesters near the end of his life, and it was a joy to have them there in the field and with us, in the university, and be able to work with our grad students. And we have 2 of the students who were at ASU at the time who are here today to give some testimony, some tribute to him. So I'm going to stop there with my remarks. And I know that many people have prepared remarks, and if there are people in the audience who are not on the program, we hope you'll also have a chance to offer your comments this morning. We have 2 videos and a statement sent by members of this panel who couldn't be here at this conference. So we'll work those in along the way as we go. So I'm going to turn it first to Dorothy Pennington, and then after that to Carolyn Callaway Thomas, and then we'll move around the room with people who have remarks prepared, recognizing the solemnness of the occasion and the celebratory nature of the occasion. It's a sense of loss and a sense of legacy of what we are left with. So thank you everyone for being here.